12:32, Sunday, November 16th. This is the afternoon smoke. But I want to get up here. I'm going to do another morning smoke. But I took my sweet ass time getting around here. So, oh shit. Gotta sit down where you can see. So he asked me if I need shoes. As I saw my book bag and smoke this joint. Yep. Now I'm going to be using sewing thread. Because I need this not to pop the seam again. Because the zipper survived, the book bag survived, the thread that was used didn't. Okay, starter cap don't want to burn. That going. Then it's time to get to sewing. I ain't got nothing to sew. This is my dental floss. And my toothpick. But unfortunately, today, I have to reinforce this seam right here on my zipper. I might have a little bit too much overhead. There we go. One of the main reasons why I call myself a mercenary, because I have so many different marketable skills. And notice I use the word marketable, which means setting the price for my services is easy. There's so many people already in this field and industry. It makes it quite easy to price my services. Yes, sir. The only reason I'm doing really small stitches is I want to make sure that this stays. And also, I want it to be barely noticeable. As well as hold down the excess of floss at the end of my loop. So I have this really clean and neat seam going. And I gotta make sure it stays lined up right too. I don't want it looking sloppy or interfere with the zipper's movement. Which is why I'm using this type of stitch right now. While overlap, to make it look like a nice clean dotted line on the outside. Trying to keep it a straight dotted line. I am leaning a little bit. Doing more sewing than I am smoking. And I can't move this hand because I gotta hold it in position. Oh no, fuck no. Just letting this knock the cherry off. Oh man, that's some bullshit now. I don't even know where the fire fell. There we go. There we go. We back baking again. We ain't cooking with Chris Cup. No tank oil. That shit kind of fucked my whole head up. Gotta find out what we frying. Supposed to lubricate engines for tanks. Kind of changed my attitude towards fried food big time. There we go again. Sliding off the mark. You want to be annoying as hell. I'm gonna straighten you out like this. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. There we go. Zipper to the outer layer, complete. Now, all I gotta do is go over that one more again. For the inner layer. Stay straight, needle. Stay straight. There we go. Yeah. Run it through one more time, just to reinforce the connection. Now I'll go back to the little small ones I was doing. Go. I can throw it over off though. That's gonna be tricky as hell. I fucked around, let it get too little. I am very resourceful. There we go. Ride it around once. Gotta do that twice. tie it off. And there we go. Backpack is officially fixed. More proof that I can smoke and still function. So don't tell me I should quit weed. Weed ain't preventing me from functioning like a responsible adult. Shit, man. I don't even think it keep me motivated to be a responsible adult. Because when you pay your bills before your party, everything will work out a lot better. Yeah, I'm taking a quick break and try to do some smoking. You there? Was that last joint I was on? Line ain't as straight as I wanted it to be, but the thing is, it's reinforced, it's strong enough. And I can take a permanent marker across that there, colored it in. Got a little breakage around there, but that shit'll hold. This one's slipping too, but it'll hold. Now, on the front, I could do some sewing up. Consider that an extra pocket. If I get a zipper, size of this rip, and sew it in there, then it's an extra pocket. Till then, it's just my back look raggedy. This side, I could try to sew that up too, but the main pocket compartments are good, so I'm not concerned. Really not concerned. So I'm going to back holds everything. And I gotta start looking back here because I can notice I'm getting somewhere about my bag. It's not a leather bottom, but it's good. It's good enough. Could break out the sleeping bags and start sewing them up where I got the needle off. Right now, I really need to start focusing on paying attention to the road so I don't miss my blessing. Sometimes when I be working, they'll bless me while swear that I do a lot of work on stuff out here. And, most time I'm touching up the sign when I'm out here. I go out by Sutton's Crossing to really work on repairs and sewing stuff. Because the way that one's laid out, I can sit and they'll wait long enough. There's no light also, so traffic's really bogged down. And they really got time to sit and wait. I really work right over there. Plus, where I'm sitting at by this pole next to my bike, most of the main one's directly behind me. But I've been working here long enough to catch me right here. It's usually the first two cars are looking to go. And the third usually got time to look around in the car. Crazy crackhead that was out here yesterday trying to like mock me for not making this a career. It's a comfortable career. Accidental though. Can't leave out accidental career. I ain't intend to specialize in this so well or deeply into it, but it paid the bills. It helped me get comfortable with my lifestyle. Every time I actually go back to school and study other things as well as having enough free time to seek out other opportunities. And this is like one of the funnest things to do. I'm waiting for somebody in my 7 digits with a job or jump in my inbox for some more work. Been a long time since some work that popped off from this, but be amazed. Speaking of amazed. I ain't gonna lie, I might end up with a Volkswagen. I've been seeing they got some nice little models on the road. And I ain't talking about just jumping into the classics. Fuck the light off. Looking at the pretty Volkswagen. I really discovered that I could do this out here like this. It's what made it more of a career, you know, hold me over. I'm still doing it because so far it seems to pay better than just about everything else I do. In less time. The fact that I can make so much in such a short period of time, not a lot of effort. The main reason why I've been in this for so long. Which is why I try to warn people about how addictive this here method of getting income can be. Money's almost too easy. All you really need to be successful in this is patience. That's the only hard thing about getting this money. Can you be patient enough to wait till it comes to you? And then the second challenge is being observant, aware, alert enough. You really pay attention to the movement of traffic and the people around you. then there's some more complicated math. And I can't even break the more complicated math down because I do this shit subconsciously most of the time. You know? Like, addition and subtraction. Anybody can do an addition or subtraction problem in their head barely without even thinking about it. I just got that good with averages and percentages as well. And the other formulas that come with this. Just haven't figured out how to explain it. I do it without thinking. It takes a little bit more effort to figure out the process. Thought it'd get easier if I got more practice with it, but it's a feel for me. It's not a thought process. I can feel when the block's going too slow. I can feel when it's time to go somewhere else. Trying to break it down, oh boy. Learning it was easy, explaining it is harder. It'd be a lot easier for me to explain to you how to sell weed. Starting from a half ounce, going up to about a pound. And then going from that pound to into a dispensary. But I need to do a little bit more research in today's modern methods to get into the stores. But everything before you get to the into the store part, I got you on that. And there's been so many different rediscoveries and growing. I have to do some more research. I can only give you a basic outline. Things have changed a lot. We've been allowed to look into things more freely and less restrictions, which allows us to rediscover more of what was hidden. But the fact that we have marijuana and hemp returning to the stores mean our economic system is about to really stabilize out better for the majority of the people participating in it. A few have tried to hoard and direct the bulk of the profits and benefits to themselves, and it's gotten to a point that shit ain't working. That's making yourselves target for large mobs of disenfranchised people to come and knock your head off. It's better to share evenly amongst everybody around you than to deprive the majority just to brag to them about you holding with the shit they need. That level of stupidity has been going on for so long and has been normalized to the point we understand why we shouldn't allow it to be normalized. And the more I sit out here every day and think about it and look at the changes and things going on in our economic matrix, I'm glad to see marijuana is proof that we're about to go up. We're down, we're done going down. Now that marijuana's in the market, we're about to pan out and start to go back up. Especially with Africa, recalling all their gold, repoing all their stolen gold, and forcing these banks to really balance their books. So eliminating a lot of crooks. They run their bullshit of corruption for so long that it's forced the masses to be aware of it, and we can no longer overlook it. We can only boycott it. And that's the fact of the matter. Because once we start boycotting them and stop fucking with them, then we're forced to create better alternatives. Show them how they supposed to have been doing it when they had the chance to be doing it. Because otherwise the boycott ain't gonna work. And I've been noticing that there's been a lot of alternatives arising. So we can boycott them motherfuckers we shouldn't be fucking with. And you can think of some places that should be boycotted. And you have actual alternatives of places to go instead of them. Drop the place you think we should boycott in the comments. And then also drop the place you think we should go or other alternatives so that we can really enforce the boycott on the place you think we should boycott. Don't just say boycott this place or that place. If you ain't got alternative options, don't get in the comments saying boycott this place or why we should boycott this place. We ain't got time for that. Name the place that you believe needs to be boycotted. And then below that place, give alternatives. If you ain't got no alternatives to replace them places, don't get in the comments. Just keep scrolling. But if you got good suggestions, like I said right now, we're at a very crucial time in our economic matrix where you can flip your whole situation by taking careful steps. Stop strengthening thy enemy, as the scripture said. Start investing your energy in the storehouse that will help you when you need something at the storehouse. And I'm going to do this for an example real quick. Like, if I'm not mistaken, I heard about us looking at boycotting Target recently. Instead of jumping to say why we should boycott Target, say, okay, if we're not going to Target, we should go to these places and give alternatives that are a lot better options than going to Target. And I'm using Target right now solely for an example. I haven't looked into that situation recently or thoroughly enough to really comment on the Target thing, but if I'm going to promote boycott, then I must make it clear that when we boycott one location, we must promote and advertise the alternative options. Can't throw up some alternative options, don't start yelling boycotting them or boycott. If you ain't got better options in the place you're trying to shut down, just shut up and listen to everybody else that got something worth listening to. I actually saw a notification. It said I got too much subscribers over there on YouTube. And I'm like, tap. Ooh, I didn't know I had 60 subscribers. I say that solely just to get to this point here. 60 people really subscribe to my message. I should see 60 comments of places that they feel we should no longer strengthen with our business, that we should be boycotting. And they should be also advertising and promoting allies that'll help strengthen us as a peoples on the same wavelength, the same purpose and mission of getting rid of corruption and recognizing better alternatives and options. And then I believe, having subscribers means something. But if I got 60 subscribers and I don't see 60 comments like chiming in when this video hit YouTube, and it was nice to see I have 60 viewers, loyal viewers. Maybe there'll be promoters and they'll share this footage with somebody who can jump in the comments or at least further the conversation in real time to the point we affect real change. Because life's all about change. Some things got to change for the better. But they can't stay bad forever. Because life's about change. Bad things eventually have to change to either better or worse. Everything has to change to either better or worse. Nothing gets to remain the same. As long as time goes on, things must go through changes. And we gotta make the bad things turn good. Try to even keep the good things getting better. Now, there's some things gonna have to get worse, some things gonna have to go bad. But we'll be vigilant of what we do. It ain't gotta be really that bad. Just going through the phases. Body and empathy. Yeah, I can't get that story out of my head. Isaac Asimov. The last question, the last answer. Beautiful story. You should check it out sometime. I think that means it's almost time to wrap this video up. Yeah. When I finished the second of 2 joints, I just rolled up for the afternoon smoke. So I just smoked 1 joint while doing repairs. Second joint, reflect on our situation, come up with resolutions. And for economic problems, that's the only resolution we got. Stop believing in people with bad financial policy. Stop giving them time, energy, and effort. Focus on the better alternatives we have. Being self-employed, working in small companies is better than all your time, energy, and effort into giving a few people everything you're working for while you go without.